That looks like a weight. Oh, I landed on a fish's head.
Welcome back to Extraordinary Fishing. Today we're talking about 5 lures that will catch redfish all year long. These are the confidence baits I always keep tied on when I hit the Texas coast, whether it's the middle of summer or a chilly winter morning. I'll not only go over each lure, but I'll also explain how and when to use them. I'll roll in some footage of some actual fish I've caught using the same exact setups, so let's jump straight into it.
I'm ready.
Number 1. The jig and soft plastic. This is probably the number 1 lure to catch the most redfish across the country. So for redfish, I mainly stick with paddle tails because they have a natural thumping action. Even on a slow retrieve, you can work them, bounce them along the bottom, or swim them steady through schools of bait fish. Doesn't matter how you fish this, it gets wrecked. My go-to setup is normally 1/8 ounce to 1/4 ounce jig head, depending on the depth and the current. And you can pair this with anywhere between like a 3 to 5 inch paddle tail. My normal go-to is around that 3 to 4 inch. I try to stick with some smaller selection.
So we got the Wagerbaits Wrecking Ball jig. This is the 5-gram version, the 3/16 ounce, with a 4-inch flash J on there.
Now with colors, I really like colors like white, pearl. They stand out a lot whether it's clear or muddy water. Now if it's really dark water, really muddy, I like to throw dark lures, maybe even all the way to black. Black or something very shiny, I try to contrast that muddy water, and you can never go wrong with a chartreuse tail. If I could only have one lure for redfish, this would be it. It just plain works all the time.
Oh my God, did y'all see that red? Oh my God.
Damn!
We got him. I look back at my motor for just a second. All right, we're about to test this bait's reel out real good. Look at that, boy. Got him. Holy cow, that's a heavy fish. I hate these reeds. I hate the current. I hate the wildlife sometimes because there's a big ass alligator over here somewhere. First fish on the Baits Hundo LTS. Scale is showing right at 9. 27-inch fish, very fat. Let's go ahead and let this bad boy go. And we caught that on the Baits LTS. This is the light tackle system, their BFS version. And we're using the Wager jigs. So this is from Wager Baits. This is their Wrecking Ball jig. This is the 5-gram version, the 3/16 ounce. Paired up with a Falcon Coastal. All right, we have 15-pound braid with about a 8-foot, 12-pound leader. So that leader is just to give it a little bit of shock resistance and give it some resistance from rubbing up stuff so we don't rip on the braid like if it gets into some oysters.
Number 2, Topwater spooks. Now this is the most exciting bait to use. It's the most fun. You will never have more fun than catching a redfish on topwater.
That's a good red.
I actually prefer the smaller versions of these. I feel like they get hit a little bit more than the big versions. Now these shine in low light conditions. Early mornings, late evenings, overcast days. That walk the dog action triggers aggressive strikes, and nothing beats watching a redfish explode on topwater. Now here's a tip that's a little bit different than how I treat bass. And when I miss a blow up on redfish, I don't stop. I just keep moving, keep working it. And if it's chasing it, instead of pausing, I speed it up. And a lot of times, that speeding it up to make it look like it's trying to run away will trigger them to attack it.
That was legitness. Yeah.
Got him. Got him. That's a keeper. Yeah. Completely engulfed that spook. Good on top water.
Number 3, spoons. This is a classic lure, and there are multiple styles that I use. Weedless spoons, like the classic Johnson silver spoon, is perfect for grassy flats where you don't want to get snagged, or even in places where there's lots of oyster reefs. Treble hook spoons like silver or gold flashers are great for covering the water quickly. They're a little bit heavier, you can cast them a little further. And then slow pitch style spoons, they flutter down. They can be used like almost like a vertical jig, or even fluttering them and fishing them inshore. These are very versatile. Now this flash and vibration that spoons give off, it mimics the bait fish perfectly. It's just like shad. If you ever see shad turn left or right, it gives off a really flashy shimmer. It looks just like these spoons do in the water. Now I really like that spoons are very versatile. You can burn them, you can fish them fast, you can let them sink all the way to the bottom, rip them off the bottom, rip them out of grass. There's a lot of ways to fish a spoon, and honestly none of them are wrong. Spoons just catch fish all the time. Very simple lure to use, very effective.
Oh, damn it. What are you doing, Danny?
Oh, you got one?
What are you doing?
What is that? Oh, you got one.
What is this?
Pretty sure that's a red.
Oh!
God, good red.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh my gosh.
That's the Florida guys love to say. All on the little jig, the little spoon.
So far, the little spoon has ironically produced us.
And I broke a treble hook off earlier.
Now number 4 is one of my personal favorites, and that's the chatterbait. Chatterbaits are awesome whether it's catching bass or redfish. That vibrating blade throws off a ton of flash, making it deadly in murky water when you're needing to get that reaction strike. Sometimes normal lures just ain't enough, or let's say there's a big ball of bait. That extra vibration can make this lure stand out amongst the crowd. I fish all kinds of chatterbaits, some with skirts, some without, but my absolute favorite is the Jackhammer.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as f in my opinion.
Because it runs true and it has a strong thump that even on the fall you can feel. Really calls them fish in. I like to pair these with either a fluke style bait or even a paddle tail. Fish it slow, roll it along the grass lines, drains, oyster beds, or let it sink all the way to the bottom and I yo-yo it off the bottom. That's probably my favorite way to fish for it. Fish for redfish during the winter. Redfish love to crush this lure, and it's one of those baits I always keep tied on. I feel like it shines more in the colder months, but it's one of my go-tos.
And you can see I'm using the chatterbait right here. I'm yo-yoing it. So I'm letting it fall all the way to the bottom and then ripping it up, just like you'd work a lipless crankbait through the grass. So we're gonna rip it up, let it fall all the way to the bottom. And the jackhammer is specific for this technique because the blade spins immediately.
Oh, we got him. Must be a flounder. No, it's a red. Gotta be a red, huh? Nah. What is this? It's a red. Yep. It's a red.
Another nice, beautiful redfish on the Z-Man chatterbait, the jackhammer, the bass lure that's out here catching reds.
Finally, we get to number 5. This is a soft plastic rigged on a weedless twist lock hook. This setup shines when you're fishing around heavy grass, structure, or shallow marsh areas where you'd normally get hung up. You can throw this right into the middle of cover and swim it through without worrying about any snag. You can use a paddle tail on this, but I prefer to throw like a jerk shad or a fluke style bait. This allows it to dart left and right a little bit more, where the paddle tail will give it a little bit more vibration on a straight retrieve, but it swims very straight. The fluke and straight tail lures will give you more of that darting action left and right, which can also draw in fish. Sometimes they prefer one or the other. This presentation is shallow, but deadly, especially when redfish are pressured or feeding shallow.
Oh. Hell yeah. Number 2. I'm on. I'm on. Got one. We got one, boy. And I put the beans on that hook set. Look at that fishy, my boy. We got one. We got a fish. You see that fish? I did that.
So there you have it, 5 lures that will catch redfish all year long, a jig in a plastic, topwater spooks, spoons, chatterbaits, weedless soft plastic with a twist lock, and if you keep these tied on, you'll be ready to catch redfish in just about any situation and any season. Let me know in the comments what your favorite redfish lure is, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching Extraordinary Fishing, and I'll see you in the next adventure.